Hello and welcome to another episode of Naughty Nerds. And no, dear listener, dear watcher, before you ask, I haven't got a lip piercing. Really embarrassingly, I cut myself while I was shaving. Yeah, that was me, and it didn't stop bleeding for about 10. No, that's an understatement. About an hour. We were literally just going out for dinner at the weekend, and I thought I'm gonna have a shave. So I had a shave and I cut myself, and I was in the restaurant with Jake, and I had a piece of ice on my cut with a bit of tissue, trying to stop it bleeding. Fun and games. Anyway, dear listener, dear watcher, I don't know what to call you anymore. In this week's episode, we're going to talk all about Wix, Wix.com. It's a website builder. There's been a lot of controversy around Wix between designers and developers over the past few years, and I wanted to talk about it. But first, my dearest person, we just come back from Budapest and we went to an amazing conference with White Press, and we had an amazing time, made some fantastic friends. My veins are pretty much full of gin and tonic and wine, and I think I've picked up a bit of a cold as well. So if I don't sound my usual self, please don't wear headphones because I'm probably going to be coughing and spluttering over the next 10 minutes or so. But as we go forward and talk about Wix, now, a lot of people never used to like Wix, myself included. And we were approached by Wix, I'm going to say about 2 years ago, to become a Wix partner. And what that basically means is we submit loads of sites that we've built in Wix and we build a portfolio and then we get accepted into the partner program. And I think it's changed recently since then. However, I never liked it. And the reason I never liked it is because you couldn't do much with the design. You were very limited in terms of what you could do. And it wasn't like WordPress where you could just add on extra things. However, now it has developed into a fantastic tool, which we probably build maybe 30 to 40% of our websites in. However, there's always a but, isn't there? But with Wix, you are limited in a sense with design. Some of our clients want very complex development builds, i.e., we're working with a client at the moment where we're building an affiliate website, a shop, and a learning management system all in one website. And it is just complicated to the 20 out of 5,000. But Wix works very well for a certain demographic and a certain client. Now, with Wix, I don't need to assign a developer to work on the project. One of my designers can easily work on building out the website very easily without the help of a developer. Whereas with WordPress, you kind of need a developer to work with a designer because it's not just about looking pretty, you've also got all the other bells and whistles that come with building a website. Whereas with Wix, one of my designers can easily log on and create a website. So ultimately, it takes less time, meaning we don't need to charge what we would charge for a WordPress website. A WordPress website might take 2.5 weeks, whereas with Wix, it might take half a week, maybe 3 or 4 days. So it's a lot more cost effective for clients. And going back to my point, it works for a certain demographic. It works amazingly well for startups. We've just created a great website on Wix, a very small site, maybe only 3 or 4 pages for a new recruitment company. They're building out a brand new software which is helping companies on a subscription model recruit people to their business. And they spent a lot of money on their bespoke software and just wanted a nice, clean, simple website to get them up and running. We can do a little bit of marketing with it. And then in future, we can then add on and create sort of a bigger website, whether that be in Wix or indeed with WordPress. There is also a common myth that I know a lot of SEOs used to say about Wix that you were very limited in terms of what you could do. It's all bull because we have SEO clients that we work on with Wix. There's not really much of a difference. Tiny bit because you're a little bit limited in terms of the changes you can make to this page speed, etc. And I might record another episode on something that I learned and took away from during my time at the SEO conference in Budapest, because there are a lot of SEO myths out there that simply need to be debunked. And I did an episode, I think a few months ago, of debunking these SEO myths. However, there's a few more that I can add on to that list. So if you are thinking of creating a website, and you don't have a massively big budget, then Wix is a great option. You know, it all comes packaged in together. You get your own analytics, you can do e-commerce through it, you can do bookings with it. As another example, we work with a psychic medium. She wanted a simple, affordable website where she could have clients come on, learn a little bit about her, see her contact details, but most importantly, pay and booking for a reading. So we created a website to do just that, and it has worked very, very well. Wix also is good because it has its own payment gateway, meaning with a WordPress website, you need to use Stripe, for example, or PayPal. Whereas with Wix, it's very, very easy because they have their own payment gateway. So all you need to do is put in the bank details of where it needs to go to, and they will collect the payments, take their little processing fee, which is exactly what Stripe would do, and then pay it out into your bank account. So it is, in a sense, an all in one solution. There is also SEO tools in there that you can go through to optimize your website. Yeah, of course, it's not going to be the same as an SEO guru or nerd going through your website. However, it ticks all the boxes and you can do what you need to do. So you can also manage all of your orders and shipping, etc., through the platform, and you don't need an external hosting provider. Whereas with WordPress, it's pretty much open and everything sort of syncs in and you find your own host. With Wix, it comes in as a package, and you are limited a little bit in terms of the customizations you can do within that package, i.e., the storage amount that you get, etc. But for a website, for a startup, or for Jane that owns a florist down the road, it works really, really well. So if you need help building out a website, you don't want to do it yourself, you want a cost effective solution, get in touch. We would love to help you at Nautilus Marketing create your first website of many to come in future. Hope you've enjoyed this week's episode, video, whatever we want to call it now. And I can't keep saying that in every episode. So I'm going to have to think of something to replace with what I would normally say. If you are listening to this on your favorite podcasting platform, please do go over to YouTube, give a subscribe or whatever you call it, and interact in the comments. If there's something you want me to ask me or a topic that you'd like me to discuss, pop it in the comments. I will see it. And of course, you get to see my wonderful, beautiful face that's been sliced open with a razor. I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. If you have, please leave a review on your favorite podcasting platform or drop a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. Stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay nerdy.